Season long, Eric Cichocki, a senior, he'll be playing right field today, and his numbers are really just off the charts. Batting .463 on the year. He's got a 7-game hit streak. That's 19 hits and 41 at-bats so far this year. Slugging percentage in the 6s. His on-base percentage is .585, so about 60% of the time he gets off on base as we get ready for our first pitch and a fastball inside for a called strike. It's going to be a real interesting matchup today, especially in this game with two real strong pitchers. You have Yoder. We haven't even got to Mason Black for Lehigh, who was a preseason All-American. We'll talk about him when we move to the bottom of the first. But runs could be at a premium today with Yoder and Black on the hill. As that ball's hit to right field and brought down by... That's a fastball catching too much of the plate. As a pitcher, you want to start off up in the count. You want to throw that first pitch for a strike, and it's such a battle between what the pitcher wants and what the batters want. If the batters are seeing that first pitch strike every time, and they're going to be aggressive, they're going to start swinging at that because they might not see a great pitch like that again in an at-bat. Sometimes the best pitch you see is that very first pitch. So if you can be disciplined at the plate and hack at that first pitch if you like it, real good things happen for batters. And that's so far what Lehigh has been able to do as the count goes to 1-1 on the changeup. And another single, this time along in this inning. A lot happened when Seth Ingram had to come out after getting hit in the helmet by a Mason Black fastball. This goes back to the top of the order, by the way. That's Cichocki, who already with his third at bat picked up a single in the second inning. He's 1 for 2 on the day. So in left field now, it looks like we have Colin Hardy out in left field. This one's popped up. Cichocki to the left side. And Justin Johnson's there for out number 2 guy. Again, came in batting .463 on the year. That was good, by the way, for 21st in the country. Baseball's all about numbers, right? It's a game of numbers. They count everything in baseball, right? So I give you some odd numbers that I don't think other sports would count as much as baseball does, but Cichocki is first in the nation for doubles per game, .64 doubles per game. So basically, he averages about a little bit more than a half a double per game. As it goes down swinging there, and Cichocki starting the day batting close to 500, and he was 1 for 4 in game 1 as well with 1 strikeout. As we are officially underway here in game 2. Sets up for a bunt, and that's a pretty nice bunt. But a real nice play. As first pitch swinging, that is number 19, Eric Cichocki. And Cichocki takes one deep over the wall in left center field. Take a look at the replay because it's worth it. One pitch and gone. A fastball right down the pike. And Cichocki picks up the 1 run back that Lafayette put up in the bottom of the second. Is now back in the top of the third. And it's and this was the home run that really opened up a big third inning for Lehigh. This ball just well over the fence in left center field. That was a first pitch bomb, a solo shot. At the time, it made it 3-0, or excuse me, 3-1 in favor of Lehigh. They ended up putting 3 on the board in the third inning. That was the beginning of a pretty big inning. And so we stand at 5-2 right now, but you want to put yourself in a bad spot, walking the 8-9 guys is a good way to do it, and that's exactly where Lafayette is right now. The 8-9 guys both walk, and that brings you to the top of the order with one of the hottest batters in the country. And Cichocki squares up the bunt, pulls back, but it's a called strike. Cichocki with a 9-game hit streak. That home run in the third was his first one of the year. But so far this year, all this guy does is hit. He just hits and hits and hits. Batting close to 500. Looks to bunt again, and nowhere close with that throw. They'll play 2 more tomorrow, 7 innings and 9 innings, but they'll move down to Lehigh for those 2 games. And we are back to the top of the order, the 4th time around in this lineup already in the 6th inning for Eric Cichocki, who's been a big problem, well, not just for Lafayette today, but just a big problem for just about any team he's played. Scored off that home run, of course, in the 3rd inning, the big blast, the first of back-to-back home runs. And then he also got to third base after a single in the 4th inning. So he's got 2 hits on the day already, does Cichocki. And he's got Nolan Moore on the mound still. Gets under one, fouls it back. Cichocki among the league leaders, not league leaders I should say, how about national leaders, leaders in all of college baseball in doubles per game, OBP, 9-game hit streak. The guy's just been all over the place this year so far. An on-base percentage near 600 is just crazy. Came into today at 585. As you see Sean O'Leary, Sean Leary. I want to say Sean O'Leary all the time. Sean Leary down at the third base side. Two balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff senior. That's a cue ball, picked up nicely and over back to the top of the order, and a runner at third. And this brings up Cichocki. He strokes that one foul. I've been talking about Cichocki and just how well he's been hitting, but can you believe it or not, he's also being hit by pitch. He's just getting on base in all sorts of different ways. Against Bucknell on the 14th of March, obviously 2 weeks ago, the Bison pitching hit Lehigh, an NCAA record 11 times in a single game. I think that's worth telling you a second time. Bucknell hit Lehigh pitchers 11 times in a single game. Cichocki got hit 4 times. He was hit alone 4 times out of the 11 times that a player was hit by Lehigh, which ties for the second most in a single game in NCAA history. So it's just amazing. But if Cichocki's not hitting the ball, he's getting hit by the ball. As we go 2-2 on the count here with 2 away. So can you imagine getting hit by 11 different times in one single game? I just can't imagine what that would look like. For the trainers, probably like, my gosh. Duck. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here with a runner at third base. What made me think of that is because Cichocki was, got hit 4 times and he's up at the plate right now. So I thought it was worth mentioning just how odd that stat is and how odd of a game that was against Bucknell. That was an MLB game. We would have had a lot of different players rushing the mound, I would think, but not in college ball. So the count's full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. If Cichocki gets on, we have Gerard Sweeney, the senior, will step in. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. He caught him.